Hey everybody, and welcome to Dauntingly Diana. In this one we're just gonna do a little bit of resining again. I wanted to just do some simple little projects. Right now we're making some cherry earrings, and you can see I've sped up the process a little bit, but you can still see the whole thing happening here. So I got this mold off of AliExpress. Of course, I get almost all of my craft stuff from there. And just what I'm doing here is making sure that the red is not getting into the stem part of the mold, because that's what you're going to see on the bottom or on the front of the cherry. So as you can see in that first one there is some in the stem, and I'm just curing them, and then I'm going to toss that. You'll see that in a few minutes. Oh, this is hilarious. So I spilled that, didn't realize it, went about my business over there trying to get the cherries working good, and then I realize it here. Oh my god. and then it's all cleaned up. Here we go, making the new cherry, because I didn't like the way that the stems the red went into the stem area. So I'm just gonna fix that one up, and sorry about my hands in the way there, guys. And sometimes I'm just randomly messy. I don't know. Sometimes I'm so clean, and then other times it's just like, what are you doing? You'll see it a few times in this video. So now we're just gonna add the green in for the stems. And for both of these, I used pastel, and I just basically scrape it off of the pastel, and then make sure it's all nice and see, that's making a mess. Just poured it right all over the friggin' cherry, just like that. Good job, Diana. Anyways, we fix it, it's all fine. It works out in the end. Yeah, so we're just doing that right now, and we're gonna give it a little cure, and then we'll come back and top it up again. So you can see, I was touching it to show you how hard it is now. I put a little bit of sparkle inside of the red and the green, just to make it a little bit more interesting. So some of the resin was not cured at the very bottom of the mold, which would be the front of the cherry. And so you see me just kind of like moving things around and making sure it went underneath, and yeah, there. Just curing it again. And this again is just a quick cure. I have my other lamp to set them under and let them be in cure for a while. Just topping up the green again. And I like to do this process of like just making sure that the colors stay separated, and so just bit by bit, put some in, cure it, put some in, cure it, and then put it under the lamp for the full finished cure. Yeah, right there, I just get it all mixed up, and I'm like, what did I do? And then I smushed some, oh my god, did you see that big clump of red come from the bottom of the, and at that point I'm like, just stop, Diana, you're making this worse. It actually didn't look that bad once it was all cured though. Perfect. And now we're going to throw it underneath the lamp for the full cure. Now we're going to start working on our spider and bat charms. There's the bat one. I'm actually really delighted with how both of these turned out. The molds are really good. The spider one is awesome, and you'll see in a little bit. Here I'm just mixing together the black, and this is the mica powder that I use. And I think at this point I'm like, oh, I think we need some glitter. It's a beautiful, like, dark black color. Love it. It does take a lot of mixing to get it all in there. And as you can see, it gets stuck around the sides of the cup and stuff like that, so you have to scrape around the sides. And yeah, right about here, I'm getting out some sparkle. You need some sparkles in here. And give that a good mix. I don't have any more. I'm running out of that silver sparkle. I'm gonna have to get some more soon. I guess I use that the most. And give it a good old mix. And now we're just filling up the spider now. I let it start to pour into the legs a little bit. I think it needed, but yeah, you just need to move it around a lot and make sure it gets in all of the little crevices and things. And here I'm using just a little coffee stir stick to do that. Sometimes I use my plastic like stir sticks and things that I have from Sophie and Coffee. At this point, I'm like, he kind of almost looks like a crab the way that, you know, his legs are sitting. But in the end, you'll see how it turns out. It looks pretty good. And I'm just getting some of the excess off the top of the mold. Now we're getting the bats. Good. Just want to make sure we get it in all the little crevices. And then here you'll see me filling up. This is a little mold that is for making skull heads, little tiny ones. They're almost like bead size. I love them so much. This is one of my favorite molds. And I'm just using some of that black to make some skulls. I use this one a lot to use up the rest of my resin from when I'm making projects. And I just keep collecting them. I'm gonna make something out of them eventually. You'll see later I show my little box of heads that I have. Box of skulls. And this one you really have to get in there with that resin or you'll get bubbles and big chunks of missing resin. And just those last finishing touches, making sure the molds have all been filled and looking good. Take some of the excess off the top of that one that I spilled on at the beginning. And it works out perfect because it fills up that other one. Clean up the mess. Everybody's getting a little last stir. And here we have our finished product. So this is the spider. Oh, funny story. I took this out originally and I did a whole thing not realizing that the camera was not on. I was making the spider dance. We had all this thing, good stuff going on. So this is me doing it all over again because I did it once without the camera rolling. Again, that's why this mold looks like it's been gotten into, because it was. And these turned out really good. They look really nice. And I was just kind of showing you how clean the mold is, like after you finish up. And these are some of the finished skulls that we have. This guy had a little bit of a dent in his head. He was kind of a little soft on the top, so I let the other ones go underneath the lamp for a while longer. And here's them coming out now. And this is just showing like how perfect those skulls are. Like, look at how teeny tiny and all of the detail on that. I love it. Sometimes they're hard to get out. You'll see me struggling because you just gotta kind of pop them out of there. It's not easy. You have that little piece to hold on to at the bottom, but most times you have to just push it from the top and pop it out. And this was just the black with a little bit of sparkle in it. And there he is, last one. And this is just kind of showing all of our finished pieces here. We have the the red skulls, the black skulls, and then here's our finished cherries that I'm taking out. This is the second round that I did, and I just did it off to the side because you guys already saw me fill up the mold. Now for some reason, and it's still that same little dish, that color came out so much lighter than the other cherries for some reason. I don't know, it must be just because it was near the bottom, I'm not sure. And this is another kind of a fail. It's very thin. I filled this one off to the side as well. And I didn't leave much of it in here because that one was a fail, and also I did a couple of alien heads and they had the same like spots that they did before, so I didn't bother putting them in there. So those are our cherries out, looking good. Now because they were so different colored, see how the difference in color there? I'm just gonna keep the two different cherries together. I was gonna do two of the same each in a pair, but where the color's so different, I decided just to keep them together. The two dark cherries together, the bright cherries together. Yeah, that razor blade one, the gray that I used had a lot of pigment in it, so it just wasn't very, it didn't look good. But now I know, and I'm gonna use some mica powders for that one. And it's very thin too, so it's difficult. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting the posts on the earrings. So we just put a little glob of resin, and then we put our post on. You'll see me do that. Sorry for the shaking. And there we go. I would like to make a little boop when I put it in there. Okay. At one point I called it a job when I was talking in the video. That was funny. A dab of resin, and then you literally just throw it under the lamp for 30 seconds to a minute, and that's it. All of a sudden you got earrings. Kablamo. What I'm going to do with the bats is I was going to make a necklace, and that is what I do. But I tried at first to do the necklace with just like the black lace that I have, and it didn't fit well. So what I ended up doing, and this I did on the fly, here I'm just putting a clear coat on here, make it nice and shiny, which ended up kind of coming off a little bit when I was working with it, because I just had to, I struggled so hard to use the chain. Oh, it was a pain. So give it a clear coat. Then what I end up doing is I take the chain off of the roll that I have, and I just use some wire cutters to get that, to cut the little bits off. And wow, did I struggle. You'll see. And I did it the weirdest way ever. Like I did it wrong, but anyways, it ended up working out in the end. You'll see. Our earrings are all on there, pretty good. Not moving. And I actually just got some backing, so I'm pretty excited about that. There's the other one. And now I just need to get some cards for them. I have a bunch of finished earrings up here that I finally got all of the backings on and stuff. I just need to get some, oops, sorry, that was a weird noise. Just need to get some those little black backing cards to put them on. And those are all the cutes. I have a couple of black cherries in there that you can't really see well. And then some aliens. So we're gonna have some more cherry earrings here soon. Pretty good. Nice and dry. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cut off those little pieces. And here I'm just kind of showing you guys what I want to do with the spider. I'm not sure if I want him to go that way or turn him upside down. Kelsey and I, when Kelsey came to visit, we talked about putting the tree on top of this. But I think the spider might work a little bit better. There is some like pigmentation inside that little spot. It almost looks like fire from afar, which is kind of cool. But if you look at it up close, it kind of has some dots on it from the pastels. That's the only thing I don't like about pastels is it's just not fine enough. I need to get it finer in order for it to not to do that. But anyways, so that's what I'm going to do with that coffin lid. Those are little like jewelry boxes. So I made the top of one. I still haven't ventured into making the bottom yet, but I will do that eventually. And that's what I'm going to do with that spider. I'm going to put him on top. But he would be really cool if we had some, like, made him into earrings or something like that. If we made a couple and had earrings. So this is me just putting the jump rings on. The struggle was real with this one, guys. It was difficult too. And working with the jump rings and stuff like that's really tedious. So I did struggle to get the jump rings onto the bats. And this is how long it's taking me to do it. And I have the videos sped up, so it was a rough one. And sorry, I'm just off camera here. Sorry about that, guys. But I'm telling you, the struggle was real. And there I am just trying to push the jump ring back together. Like you pull them apart, like bend them apart, and then push them back together. And at one point here, you're gonna see me, I will switch up the camera and show you the necklace kind of around my neck. I do look like garbage here, guys, sorry. Apologies. Okay, hi guys, a little bit of a mess today, but here I am. Let's put on her necklace and see how it works. There. Gorgeous, it's just gorgeous. Look at that, finished piece of jewelry. Mm-hmm. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Can make it a little bit shorter if you wanted. Have it be like a choker. Anyways, yeah, turned out pretty good. So now I'm showing you the backings that I have. They're very tiny. I was not expecting them to be that tiny, and I didn't think it was going to work very well, but it actually does work okay. They're a little tough to get on at first, and I think with use they'll become easier to get on and off. And there we go, one earring with backing on it. Working on the other one now. And there we go, 2 earrings, all done. Now I've got to put the posts on these ones and also put the backings on. Did I put the posts on there? Yeah, you can't tell. Yep, nope, here we go. We're putting the posts on. So dollop of resin, post inside the resin, put it under the lamp. Easy as that. Super easy. There's our earrings, all set with the posts on them. Now we just need backings for those. And I think that's what we're working on here now. And showing the skulls again. I threw them back under the lamp to get them a little more cured because they were a little sticky. So there's my little box of heads that I just showed quickly. That's what I'm probably gonna put them all in there. I really want to eventually get to make a necklace or something with them. And I was just pointing out there the stems on that one. It's really cool if you make sure that you don't get any of the colors mixed. It looks really cool if you do it right. It looks almost realistic. Backing on that one. Backing on that one. And those are the finished products. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and everyone take care out there. Bye-bye.